All right, look at this picture. Do you know what this picture is? Are you familiar with the characters in this picture? Sure, some of you have heard about the story of Alice in Wonderland. Okay, before we begin the story, let's have the vocabulary first. Now, I'd like you to repeat after me. Twins. Can you say it again? Twins. Do you have a twin? Do you have a twin? You can say yes or no. Forest. Forest. What animals live in the forest? Yes, there are many animals that live in the forest. Argue. Argue. Argue means fighting. Carpenter. Carpenter. All right, kids, say it again. Carpenter. Do you know what these are? Oysters. Oysters. Do you like oysters? Do you like oysters? They are delicious. Next, we've got this animal. What animal is this? It's a walrus. Walrus. All right. Okay. Let's begin our storytelling time. Once again, welcome everyone. Are you ready? Okay, before we begin, I'd like you to show a video about Alice. I will tell you the story later, so I want you to watch and have fun. All right. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. So we are going to begin our story. It's about Tweedledee and Tweedle twins. Okay, the Tweedle twins. Alice is in the forest. Do I go left or right? She says. She sees two men. Excuse me, I'm lost. Can you tell me the way out of this forest? She asks. The two men do not answer. They're statues. Alice says. We aren't statues, the men say. My name's Alice. Who are you? The girl asks. I'm Tweedledee, and this is my brother, Tweedledum. We're twins, says Tweedledum. We are exactly the same, and we wear the same clothes. Tweedledee and Tweedledum wear shirts with collars, ties, and pants. They wear sweaters, socks, and shoes. They wear baseball caps on their heads too. Do you like your brother? Alice asks. No, we argue every day, Tweedledee answers. What do you argue about? Asks Alice. We argue about stories. What stories? Asks Alice. The story today is about the carpenter and the walrus. The twins answer. I like the carpenter, says Tweedledum. I like the walrus, says Tweedledee. Is it important who you like? Asks Alice. It's only a story. Of course it's important, the twins answer. Do you want to listen to the story? No, no, says Alice. I don't want to listen to the story. Please tell me the way out of the forest. After the story, says the twins. The twins tell Alice this story. The carpenter and the walrus are on the beach one day. It's a beautiful day. Let's go for a walk, says the carpenter to the oysters in the sea. Oh, please say yes, the baby oysters say to their daddy. The oysters polish their shoes and wash their hands. They like walked on the beach. The carpenter and the walrus walk in front and the oysters run behind. The baby oysters are very happy. Let's sit and rest, says the carpenter. I'm hungry, says the walrus. What can we eat? Not us, says the oysters, trembling in their shoes. Of course not, the carpenter answers. You are our friends. The walrus and the carpenter have a loaf of bread and some butter. It's a pity we can't make sandwiches, says the walrus. Bread and butter isn't very interesting. The two friends talk and eat and talk. It's time to go home, says the carpenter. Where are our friends, the oysters? Asks the walrus. But there are no oysters on the beach, only oyster shells. Oh dear, says the carpenter. Our friends are in our tummies. I don't like this story, says Alice. Those poor oysters. The walrus and the carpenter aren't very nice. They ask the oysters to go for a walk and then they eat them. But fresh oysters are very nice, says the twin. It's time for a battle, the twins tell Alice. Please tell me the way out of the forest. says Alice for the sixth time. You must help us prepare for the battle, says the twins. But why must you fight? Asks Alice. We fight every day, Tweedledum answers. Today the battle is about a rattle, Tweedledum says. A rattle? Cries Alice in surprise. He always breaks my rattle, Tweedledum says, pointing to his brother. It's an old rattle, Tweedledee answers. No, it isn't, says Tweedledum. Yes, it is, Tweedledee answers. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Oh, shut up, shouts Alice. Have your battle. Alice helps the twins to prepare for their battle. They put saucepans on their heads and pillows on their tummies. Tweedledee has a sword and Tweedledum has an umbrella. We are very brave to fight battles, the twin says to Alice. Whoosh! A big black crow flies down to the twins. Help! Help! They cry and run away. Alice is alone again. The Tweedle twins are very brave, says Alice, and I am very lost. All right, that is the end of our story for today. Can you recall something from the story? Okay. Can you name me who is this in the story? Who is she in the story? What's her name? Her name's Alice. Her name's Alice. Okay, let's have a recap of some words that some of you might not be familiar with. Okay, now repeat after me once more. Twins. Twins. Cap. Pants. Sweater. Sock. Shoe. Oysters. Tummy. Pillow. Ask. Wash. Argue. Run. Talk. Fight. Listen. Fly. Happy. Lost. Okay. Now I'd like you to read after me the moral of the story. What lesson can you get from the story? I'll read it first and then you after. In our lives, we meet different people with their own uniqueness. Let's accept each other's differences and embrace individuality with respect to one another. Can you say this phrase? Respect to one another. Respect to one another. You see in the story, Tweedle twins, they are alike in almost everything, but they have their own unique appearances and ability. So they just have to respect one another. All right, it's time for our quiz. Let me see if you learned something or you can recall something from our story. This is our first question. What are the names of the twins in the story? What are the names of the twins in the story? Is it Jack and Jill? Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Mario and Luigi. What are the names of the twins? Is it a clap, wave, or stand up? The answer is wave. Yes, good job. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. They are twins. Good job. Question 2. What do Tweedle twins argue about? What do the Tweedle twins argue about? What do they fight about? Is it about stories, food, or clothes? What do they argue? Means fight. Stories, food, or clothes? The answer is stories. They always fight about stories. What was the story about? It's about the carpenter and the walrus. Next question. What happened in this scene? Look at this picture. What happened here? Look at the picture and choose what happened. The twins were playing. Were they playing? The twins were hungry. The twins were arguing. They were fighting. What's your answer? The twins were arguing. Yes, they were fighting. Next question. How did Alice meet Tweedledum and Tweedledee? How did Alice meet Tweedledum and Tweedledee? How? A. She was lost. She was lost. She didn't know where to go. B. She was looking for food. Alice was hungry. C. She was going home. What's your answer? The answer is she was lost. Can we all together read this? Look at the underlined part. Excuse me, I'm lost. Can you tell me the way out of this forest? That's what Alice asked to the twins. She was lost. Next. Where did Alice meet Tweedledee and Tweedledum? Where did Alice meet Tweedledee and Tweedledum? Is it at school? Is it at school? In the forest. In the forest. Or C, in the park. In the park. Where did she see Tweedledee and Tweedledum? What's her answer? It's in the forest. She was lost in the forest and she met the Tweedle twins. Look at this picture. Can you tell me what happened here? Which best describes the picture? Look at the picture. Alice was tired. Was Alice tired in the picture? B. Alice was listening to the twins. Alice was listening to the twins. Or C, Alice didn't like to hear stories. Alice didn't like to hear stories. What's the best answer for this picture? It's Alice didn't like to hear stories. She said, I don't want to listen to the story. Please tell me the way out of this forest. That's what she said. All right, good job for those who answered it correctly. Look at this picture. What happened to the oysters? What happened to the oysters? They were only empty shells. Where were they? All right, the carpenter was... Okay, what part of the body is this? The carpenter was filling his tummy because they already ate the oysters. They ate the oysters. Can you tell me the name of the girl in this picture? Tell me the name of the girl in the picture. What's her name? Her name's Alice. Okay, so these are the twins. These are the twins. Can you tell me what makes them look the same? Why are they the same? Or how are they the same? How are the twins the same? Okay, let's begin from what's on their head. They have the same baseball cap. See, they have the same baseball cap. What else? They wear the same shoes. They wear the same shoes. Are there more? They also have the same socks. The same socks. The same sweater. The same sweater. Same pants. The colors are the same. And of course, the same necktie. That makes them the same. How about you spot the differences? Now, I'd like you to look at this picture. What makes this picture different? Okay. I'd like you to spot the 10 differences in the picture below. Can you find them all? Look at picture A and picture B. So these pictures have got 10 differences. I'd like you to spot them all. Were you able to see the differences? There are 10. Okay, look closely. All right, let's begin with the clock. Okay, look at the two clocks in picture 1 and picture 2. Look at the hand of the clock. Are they the same? What's the time? In picture 1, it's 6 o'clock. Oh no, it's 6. 6:40. How about in the next picture? It's 2 o'clock. They are not the same. 6:40 and 2 o'clock. What else? A number is missing in this clock. Look, there's a missing number. But in the picture 2, it's not missing. Okay, we've got 2 differences already. What else? Look at the cat. Look at the cat. Are the cats the same? No, they're not. In picture 2, you can see the cat showing its teeth. It's smiling while showing its teeth. They are not the same. Are there more? Look at the colors of the flowers. The flowers. The colors are not the same. Here in this picture, they are red. But in this picture, picture 2, they are, what color are they? They are white. Great. What else can you see? Look at Alice. Look at her face. Okay, in this first picture, you can see the lips. But in the second picture, you can't see the lips. Did you get it correct? All right. What else? Look at the color. Look at the color. In the first picture, what's the color of the collar? It's white. But in the second picture, what color is it? It's blue. Good job. What else? Can you see the heart design in picture 2? Okay, in picture 1, you can see the hearts in Alice's clothes. But in picture 2, you can't see it. What else? We also have here the cup. Look at this cup. Are they the same? No, they are not the same. Look at the design. It has got a big heart. But in picture 1, there isn't any. Okay, good job for those who were able to see the 10 differences. Good job, kids. Did you like the story today? I hope you like the story, and I will see you all next meeting. All right, goodbye, everyone.